Hey guys, it's me, Crazy Honda Chris at Randy Kill Honda in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And right now we're standing outside of a brand new 2026 Honda CR-V EXL. I'll show you all the cool standard features and functions. So let's start at the window sticker. You guys are welcome to pause the video right there if you want to explore on your own. We'll take a closer look. You guys can see it's a 2026 Honda CR-V all-wheel drive EXL. It's also available in a two-wheel drive with a small price adjustment. On the top right-hand corner, it talks about the fuel economy. You got 27 for the city, 31 for the highway with a combined of 29. Down on the right-hand corner, talks about the safety ratings. Right now it says to be rated, but you can find more information online or as time goes on the window sticker. You can see majority of the vehicle is US and Canadian part made, 60%. The plant this one came from. And then the price point. Then we got the list of the standard features and functions on the left hand side. We're going to cover all this for you guys just today. This one does have a small price adjustment of that $455 from Honda solely because of the color. Also throw some additional color options up there. Then also there's going to be a surplus charge for that particular color, so you guys be aware of it before arriving at your local Honda dealership. Now it does come standard with 2 key fobs and remote start. To use your remote start, all you have to do is hit lock, hold down the little circle button on the bottom left hand side of the fob. Lights just flash, vehicle's on. It's going to heat and cool it to 72 degrees. And then it's going to run in 10-minute intervals. Let's say if 8 minutes have passed, I need a little more time. That's not a problem, just repeat the process. You can see the light's going to flash, it received it. It extended the time from that point right there. So if you play your cards correctly, you can get close to 20 minutes. You cannot do it a third time. So you can let the time run out, or you can turn it off by just clicking and holding the little circle button on the fob. Boom, it's off. Now, all of your Honda sensing features come standard. I'm talking about your lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, forward collision and road departure, traffic jam. Now we get some additional safety features with the EXL. That's going to be front and rear parking sensors with low speed braking control. So a great thing about low speed braking control is you're backing up at low speeds in the parking lots or maybe in the driveway at home. You're about to hit an object, your parking sensors are going off, but you didn't stop soon enough. It stops the vehicle for you. Low speed braking control is phenomenal. Now we got LED lights, so that's going to be nice for your headlights, your daytime running lights. Wipers are nice right underneath the hood line. Nice good sized grille with chrome action right up there on the eyebrow. We'll come right over here to these nice 18-inch gray alloy rims. Take a step back for a side profile of the vehicle. I'm going to throw some exterior measurements up there so you can see how it compares to you guys' current vehicle, other vehicles out there in the market. Will it fit in the garage? Let us know down below in the comments. Now the cosmetics, we got body colored handles, chrome action around the windows, rear tinted windows, a body colored heated side mirror with a turn-in indicator right in it. Now we're gonna have blind spot information on the side mirror. So when you're doing your city and highway driving, let's say a car's over here in your blind spot, that's gonna come up as a nice solid orange light, the little indicator. Then when you have your turn-in indicator on, while someone's in your blind spot, it's gonna flash and beep at you. So nice little extra pair of eyes on the road. What I love is the placement of the side mirror. It's not up in the A pillar, it's down on the door, so it opens up your visibility quite a bit more. You notice that during your test drive out there, okay? Now these are breakaway mirrors, so if you accidentally bump into something, that's not a problem, or if you need to fold them in, it's pretty nice and easy. We're also going to have smart entry system with the vehicle, so let's say it's all locked up, you got the fob in your purse, pocket, or jacket. You walk up to the vehicle, put your hand in the handle, unlock the door. You can choose you want all doors to unlock or just the driver's side door. Now once you're all done too as well, you can shut the door, car's off. I got the key fob in my pocket. Got these little ridges right here, put your thumb down on it, and it locks it all up. Now we're also gonna have the walkway auto lock feature. So if you have that engaged, turn off the car, you shut the door, got the fob with you, you walk away, boom, it locks all the doors. You don't have to second guess, did I lock my car doors? Did I not? I don't know, right? So that's nice. Now you cannot accidentally lock your keys in the car. You can't be like, Whoops, leave it there. You left your bag in there. Who knows what the case might be. Hit the lock button. The car's recognizing the order of the steps that you're doing this stuff, okay? So it's like you hit the lock button. You shut the door. I sense the key fob in here. No, no, no. This is an accident. So it automatically unlocks it, okay? Now, I do have a separate video out there. It's going to show you how to lock the key fob in the vehicle. So check that out. Then also check out my tips and trick video. It's going to help you guys out so much, okay, from that point. We'll come right over here. We're going to have a capless gas tank. When the car is unlocked, the door is unlocked. It's a simple slide and go, quick and easy. All locked up. We'll come right over here. So once again, we're going to have rear parking sensors, body color sensors with low speed braking control. LED taillights. We're going to have a power liftgate. You can use the fob right there, or you can use the button right here on the hatch. Backup camera. This is going to be a 3-mode backup camera, multi-angle. I'll throw some cargo space measurements up there so you guys know how much room's in there for your, for cargo. So life happens, you'd be like, challenge accepted. Carpet mats come standard. This whole thing can come right up, make it nice and even ground. Got a little courtesy tie down there. Hooks on both sides. 12-volt plug-in, LED light. You got a little slot right here just for in case you want a cargo cover. Doesn't come standard, but you can get that as an accessory. Keep your supplies and stuff out of the sun. People can't look in the back window, see all the cool stuff. Spare tires down below. We got insulation, just help with the road noise, makes it a little quieter ride. We're gonna have an emergency funnel and a jack right over there. Those tools you may need, just in case if you ever get a flat. Probably gonna ask, what's up with this? Well, Honda made it pretty easy now to actually take this off. So let's say for some reason you don't have power to the vehicle and you can't open up the gas door. This pull string right here will allow you to override that. Just make sure you put the cover back on correctly. Now the tailgate's gonna be height adjustable, so set it where you want it. Just click and hold, wait for a double beep. Now it's gonna open and close to that setting every single time. Now, so if you take a closer look right here underneath, you notice the big massive button is gonna be what allows you to open and close. Then you got this little button right here. You're probably wondering what that little button's for. Well, you guys probably recall this right here. I'm all done. I want to lock it up. I want to take the key fob out of my pocket. I just put my thumb down on the ridges and locks it all up. Same thing, okay? So badge of honor, CRV, all-wheel drive sticker right up there. We're gonna throw some interior measurements up there so you guys know how much room is in there for your friends, pet, cargo, whoever's brave enough to tag along. You say challenge accepted, jump in and let's go. Now, before we dive in on the interior, I love how wide this door opens up. It makes it easy for anyone to get in and out of. It's pretty much at a 90-degree angle. So good job, Honda. I can definitely get grandma, kiddo in there, someone in the car seat, how I like to go limp on you and fight with you to get in, locked up. Now let's look this up. We got a nice little trim work going right in. Speaker, leather, power windows, cubby space down below for a cup holder and whatever else. Little still in the details, CRV badging, speaker down below. Leather interior, hence the EXL leather. Now these seats do recline. As you see, you got totally different adjustments. They will slide forward, not slide forward, but fold forward too as well. Just like that. This is the third seat belt. You can remove this by grabbing that, put it right into there. Trying to do this one-handed so you guys can see, but I got everything blocked. There we go. So it releases it. Then you can secure it right up here. Just like that. Now for those that have car seats, anchors, tie downs, pretty easy and exposed, makes it easy to find. Right in here, we're gonna have armrests, cup holders, hold it right back up. So it's gonna be a 60-40 split seat. We have all season mats in here. It does not come standard, but majority of our customers buy it because we live here in Iowa. And then we can have adjustable vents with a couple USB-C plugins, so everyone can keep the technology well charged. Then we can have a courtesy pocket right here, just for, you know, additional storage. Dome light, off, on, in the center. When the door opens up, light comes right on. And check out the door. Leather, power windows, power locks. You got the window lock button, so if you have a misbehaved husband or a kid in the back that loves to play around with the windows, you don't want to watch them suffer. My wife does it to me all the time. You can lock it so we can't play around with the windows. You got your mirror selector, left and right, put it in the center so you can't accidentally adjust those. Select what you want and use the D-pad to adjust accordingly. We're gonna have 2-seat memory. You can link it with your key fob, so if you come in with driver 1 or driver 2, perfect, it goes to your 2-seat memory. Additional space, CRV, speaker. Now we're gonna have power seats over here. You got forward, back, up, down, tilt in that front half, up and down, recline, then your 2-way lumbar support. Now the front passenger seat, I forget to touch base about this every time almost in all my videos. So let's do it this time around. You're also gonna have power seats. So it's just gonna be a 4-way. You got your forward, you got your back, and reclined, and that's it. Now, of course, we got pedals to get you to A to B, stop and go. The hood release, where's it at? It wraps all the way around. Let's pop that and show you some common courtesy things you do on your own. Here we are right underneath the hood with a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo engine with a CVT transmission. I'll throw some horsepower and torque up there so you know what you're playing around with. Towing capacity is up to 1,500 pounds, so you got some light towing. That'd be good for like a bike wreck, stuff like that, or very small stuff. Now, common courtesy things you do on your own. Washer fluid, it's a blue cap, easy to find. Dipstick, easy to find as a bright orange. Oil caps right up here. Coolant. Brake fluid. Battery is exposed, easy, just in case you got to jump someone, get jump, replace that bad boy, clean that all up. Good job, Honda. Fuse box. Then anything else besides that, I'm calling maybe my local Honda service center. I'm sure they'd be glad to answer more of those advanced questions or answer any kind of preventive maintenance options, okay, from that point. So let's do one more time look over for those that have the capabilities and the skills, the tools to work on their own vehicle. All right, let's jump inside and get all the fun done there. Now we're in the driver's seat, and this is where all the fun begins on the inside. First steps, make sure you have the key fob with you. It could be in your pocket, purse, jacket, up there in the tray. You get the point. To turn the vehicle on, you just apply onto the brake pedal. You see the push button start, lights right up. While your foot's on the brake, push that button right in and take your foot off the brake. Now it's on and running. Over here on the left-hand side of the wheel, we have a power liftgate button. It's not a tap, it's a tap and hold. Then it opens, close, pretty much easy, straightforward. Right down below on the left-hand side of the wheel, you're gonna have a release. Pull that down, you can push this in, pull it out, down and up. You guys get the point, lock it right back in place, and then we're good to go. We have a nice leather wrapped wheel. I like to honk the horn. 3, 2, 1. All of your Honda sensing features are going to be over here on the right hand side. Let's talk about adaptive cruise and standard cruise control. It's going to be this right here to enable it. Right now, nothing's available, but when you select it, you see one of two icons right up here to let you know it's available. That's going to be adaptive cruise because it has a car in front of the speedometer. If you select the button, then you see this icon. That's standard cruise. To switch between the two, it's going to click and hold that button down right there. Then it switches. So it's a tap and hold. Okay. Now, to set your cruise control or adaptive cruise as you're driving down the road, you want to set it. You got a toggle switch right here. Toggle it down. It locks it in. So let's say you're going 55 miles an hour. You need to adjust. You can do tap and hold to increase it by 5 increments, or tap once and adjust by 1 miles per hour increments. Now, let's say you're using your adaptive cruise control and you want to select the distance between you and the car in front of you. So you're going to tap this right here. Let's get that to focus. I'm arguing with the camera today. See those lines up there? More lines means further away, less lines means closer. That's the distance you set in between you and the car in front of you. So let's imagine you're going 55 miles an hour. The car in front of you is going 50. Finally gets the car in range. The car is going to beep up. When a car gets in and out of range, you can turn that off. Just watch my vehicle setting video. But it's going to slow you down to maintain that distance. Once they get out of the way, whoosh, you resume back to your set cruise control speed. So pretty cool stuff right there. Now this one over here is going to be for 2 features as well. That's going to be for your traffic jam assist and lane keep assist. When you select it, you see an icon right up there to let you know it's available. When it's actively working, you'll see these two go from white to green to give you a visual confirmation. Hey, I'm working, I'm doing my job, okay? You also see lines up on here too to give you a visual confirmation when it's actively working. Now, what is traffic jam assist and lane keep assist? Traffic jam and lane keep assist keeps you in the center of your lane for your city and highway driving. So traffic jam works between 25 to 45 miles an hour, while lane keep assist works between 45 to 90 miles an hour. Driving down the road, you go out of your lane a little bit, it beeps, beep, 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 beep. You can turn that on or off. Then that brings you back and puts you back in the center. You would not be going back and forth playing ping pong. It does a pretty good job keeping you in the center of your lane, so those long journey drives are a little more comfortable. Imagine going down the highway, you got to sneeze at the most inconvenient time. Oh, I love this feature because it helps out quite a bit for those situations. Now you got your cancel. You got a little wheel action here. We're going to talk about that in a second because it goes through the driver's interface controls, wipers, adjustable mitten, rear wiper. It's a twist. You got your lights, off, auto. You got your other options. Over here, you got more of your media controls, so music volume between radio stations and sources, voice command like, hey, call Crazy Honda Chris, Randy Kill Honda, call mom, whatever the case might be, and that's pretty much all of your media controls. Now, more of the media stuff is going to be on this left-hand side little wheel. It's going to control the left-hand side of the driver's interface. Music, USB, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. It's going to be a wireless, no longer plug and play. If you want to hide a couple things, you can, but right now everything is enabled so you can find it. Let's turn that clock back on, my bad. And there we go. Now for over here on the right hand side, we're going to do the same thing. Let's start from the top. I got a little scroll bar right over there. You can see that we're on the top. You're going to have fuel and range right now on a full tank of gas. Right here, let's talk about the driver's interface. I almost forgot. So right here is the gas gauge. You're looking at the bars, not the red dot down below. Here's your bars, full tank. Gas tank is going to be on the driver's side. Miles down below, 3 miles on the vehicle. We're in normal drive mode. We'll talk about drive modes here in a second. You got a digital speed, and then you also got your speed right up here. The menus on both sides, we just talked about that briefly. Bar and park, it is 82 degrees outside, you can see from right there. And then you got your engine temp, coolant temp, whatever you want to call it, right here for you, okay? So pretty easy, straightforward. Honda sensing, you'll see what's available with those two icons right there. And then you're gonna have a little card down here, so when you put the vehicle into drive, look at that. I can see that we're on the brakes, turning indicators, lights on, all that cool jazz. Now let's get back here to the menu. So you can see right now with a full tank of gas, we have 402 miles to go before going empty, based on 3.5 miles that we've driven in the vehicle so far. Okay, this number is always going to be different from mine and your car. A car that's sitting on the lot, a car that's been driven 5,000, 50,000 miles. Okay, it learns from your driving habits. It depends on, do you always have the AC on? Are you going uphill, downhill driving, flat land driving? Okay, so there's a lot of things that affect your fuel economy. Pretty much laws of average based on your driving habits, based on the X amount of miles, okay? Now to switch between trip A and trip B, you just push in this little wheel. As I got done rambling on, you can see down below, trip B, trip A. To reset that, you just hold in the wheel, then you go to reset, done. I'll go down to the next, speed and time. Next one, driver safety, is your driver's attention monitoring system. So the car knows the difference between the wind blowing you around and you're doing a bad job of driving. Let's say if you're doing a bad job, it's going to give you a 1-bar rating, like a little red bar telling you to pull over. It's going to ding at you. Pull over there, crazy guy. Take a coffee break, take a power nap. There we go, before you get back on the road. You can see where your all-wheel drive comes in, where the power goes as you need it. Who is sitting where, not wearing a seatbelt, or maybe seatbelts are plugged in. Boom, little green, unbuckled. Oil life, maintenance. I have a video out there talking about maintenance minders, what each of these codes mean. You see one, that would be A or B. Then there was 1 through 7. So maybe if you're not as proactive based on Honda's recommendation that you have in your owner's excuse me, owner's manual. I don't know what that was about. In your owner's manual, you can use the fail-safe codes, okay? From there. So yeah, check that out. Safety support, pushing the wheel. Let's go through these options. You're gonna have road departure, blind spot, low speed braking control, parking sensors, and then you're gonna have your collision mitigation, so your forward collision. And so if you guys want to turn any of these features off, hey, not a problem. You'll see this little icon down there with the green, with the little car and all that. That was green and gray. If I turn everything off, it would be all grayed out. It's just a quick visual so you know if everything's on, it's everything off. If something's off and on from there, okay? Now we're going to scroll down to the next one, no content. We go right here to change your speed distance by clicking and holding. So that changes everything digitally for you. So that's nice. Now, including your analog and then your digital is all kilometers. Click it again, it goes back to miles. So that's nice. Brightness, pushing the wheel to select. Let's go down. Vehicle stability assist, your traction control. If you ever need to turn this off, you come right in here and you click that to turn it off. DA driver 1 settings. So you got your vehicle settings. I have a whole separate video for that out there for you guys. Gauge display. You can hide and show a couple options. Maybe you don't want to use speed and time. You can unselect that. Boom. So now when you go through the screen, you won't see that option. It's gone. It's hidden. It cleans up the clutter if you don't use certain things. Now you cannot deactivate everything or certain items on here, okay? You can go from round to bars. Let us know down below in the comments after you guys buy one of these. Are you guys doing the bars? Are you doing the little round? It's kind of curious, you know, little things like that. All right, now we're going to back out. We're going to go back down. We're back to the top. So boom. Now we're going to back up here quick. We're going to take a moment, look at the dashboard and where are the adjustable vents. You get yours way over there. We're going to argue about these two. They're pretty good size, thumb to index, so huge, and these will just help point what direction you want the air to go. Then I got mine way over here. Pretty much vents open, now vents close. Nice little soft touch rubber eyes right there. Floating light button right here for your hazard lights. Now we're gonna have a 9-inch touchscreen. This comes standard. You have wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. We have a little better sound system on the EXL compared to the EX. So a little more wattage, a little more speakers. Audio source. Let's turn this down. When you select that, we'll see if we can get close. You got FM, AM, USB, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Now let's play around with the radio a little bit. Let's do it. You find a radio station that you like and enjoy. Type that in. There we go. To save it, you just click and hold down below. It should save just like that. Now let's say if you double it up, oops, you can easily save over these, or if you click and hold it, Honda has finally now added the option to remove preset instead of just saving over them. So good job, Honda, allowing that, because I know that was a common question. Now you can have up to 12 stations for FM. Let's check out AM. I believe that's only up to, oh, you can go up to as well. We get all these options right here, so you can go up to 12 too as well. So that has changed. You can do station lists. You can find it this way. So yeah, radio's pretty quick and easy. The clock right here is not correct. Let's correct that now. Time zone. There we go. Connect to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So general settings. Not too much to talk about on the touchscreen, but just enough to kind of get you guys going. Now we're going to back up, come down to the center console controls. We have heated seats, 3-tier. As I'm playing around with all this stuff, it's all going to display up on the top of the screen, touch screen. So when you're driving down the road, you won't be like, whoop, focus right here. You can be pretty nice, right? So anyways, heated seats, 3-tier. We're going to have dual climate. That's going to be great. So my wife would keep it around 70 degrees. I can see it right here or up there. And then I can have it cold right here. I'm comfortable. She's happy. We're good to go. We got your fan speed. You can turn it off. Different modes. Once again, right up there. Front defroster, rear defroster with heated side mirrors. AC on and off. Sync. So now everything is synced to whatever the driver sets it to. Couple USB-Cs down here. 12-volt plug-in. Deep tray, wireless phone charger. Come down here. Park, reverse. Once you're in reverse, your 3-mode camera will come up. These little buttons down here is going to show you how the camera is going to act. So you have a nice 180 view, catches a little more of your blind spot off to the side. Then more of a right behind you view. Then a straight down shot from your rear bumper view. That's going to be on and then off, and then back on for your cross traffic monitoring system. So when you get the vehicle into reverse and a car is coming from the side, it's going to alert you. It's going to beep at you, give you audible to say, hey, don't go off crazy yet. Okay. So we're going to have a nice little display so you can see which parking sensors are going off and how close you're getting to items too as well. And then that's going to be for the brightness of the screen. So yeah, neutral. And we have a drive, S mode, and then a low gear drive. Okay, S mode is going to be for a nice low acceleration. Changes that up a little bit. Engine braking, stuff like that. We're going to have drive modes. As you play around with it, you'll see what you're selecting on the right hand side of the driver's interface. You have a normal, everyday city driving, just driving in general. And then you have an econ mode that's going to sacrifice acceleration power, AC power, to give you better highway fuel economy, depending on your driving habits and the conditions that you're doing. you may see anywhere from 2 to 4 more miles to a gallon difference. You can keep this on all the time for your city driving. It just won't be as effective because you're doing a lot of stop and going. So to get the most out of this, pretty much get on the highway, get your cruise control set, bam, engage that bad boy, okay? Toggle down, you have a snow mode, pretty much telling the car, hey, young kiddo, there's a lot of snow out there, put on your jacket, you know, just getting them prepared for the cold weather. So, hey, the snow on the ground is gonna help increase your handling, the spinning, stuff like that on the wheel to give you better traction out there. We're gonna have idle stop. You can turn that off with this button. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings. What is idle stop? Idle stop's one of those features when you get to a complete stop, drive through, red light, stop sign, the car meets the requirement. There's a lot of requirements it have to meet. It shuts off the engine. When you take your foot off the brake, boom, it starts right back up before you apply into the gas. Okay, so the whole point about that is fuel emission awareness. Hill descent control, you can see it's on, that little icon down there, and then if it's not on, there's no icon. Electrical park and brake, it's engage. You cannot accidentally turn it off. You have to apply it onto the brake pedal and then push that button right in. Hold brake, simply when you have your seatbelt plugged in, that's engaged. Every time you get to complete stop, it holds down the brake for you. You get a little visual up there. I have a video that's going to show you that in action if you want to see it, but it's fun to have if you have a hard time holding that stuff down. So, cup holders, little tray, leather armrest, little tray action. Once again, I can keep it up front. I can move it back here. It makes it a little easier so the kids won't see my quarters and stuff. So that's going to be nice. And then we got a deep area here. I can hide all my Funyuns, my snacks, whatever I need to from the kids. But now they probably know since they watch my videos and laugh at me. Now, as I'm rambling on, we're going to have a lockable glove box. Plenty of room. So life happens. Challenge accepted. Fill it up. Forget about it. That's what I do. We'd have a auto dimming rear view mirror, power button for that, on and off, where your dome lights. That's the part I can never see throughout the time when I record, so hope you guys see. You're gonna have LED light, a one-touch power moonroof. Just tap that bad boy back. Now you can wave at everyone. Tap it forward once. It's gonna close right up for you. You can make that go tilt up and in if you push that button right in, just like that. And then tap it forward to close it. Hide my sunglasses, maybe a wad of money from the kids. Now they can look every time when they get into the car and say, Dad, I got money in there. Boom, there it is, guys. That's the EXL CRV. Hopefully this video helped. Check out my other videos. Once again, I am a small channel. As you guys see, I've fumbled through this stuff, through this. So just leave a like, hit subscribe, put a comment down below. It helps me out quite a bit. And maybe I'll see you guys at your next visit at Randy Kill Honda in Cedar Rapids. Bye-bye.